Well, welcome everybody. This is Bobby Harvey. We are on board Amtrak's Illinois Zephyr. For the last few miles into Chicago. We're a few miles west of Aurora right now. In fact, actually, no, this is Route 59. We are already on the other side of Aurora. Looking on the south side of the tracks now as the train comes into Chicago suburbs. The next stop, the next commuter stop that we're actually going to be making is Naperville. We're running about 15 minutes late right now. Kind of easy to miss Aurora when you're on this side of the train because the Aurora terminal is on the north side of the tracks. But Route 59, the stop that we just went by, is a very large commuter station as well. The station itself isn't too big, but the parking lot is huge. A lot of people start their trips from Route 59.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next station stop, Naperville. Next stop, Naperville.
Now, the Naperville station will be on this side of the tracks.
Right up here, in front of the car for Naperville. Right up here for Naperville. Naperville is next.
So we have just arrived at Naperville. First stop in the Chicago suburbs. We'll be making one more before Union Station. And off we go. 10:02. good 16 minutes late departing Naperville. Now there is some padding in the schedule in between Grange Road and Chicago, so it's still likely that we will get into Chicago on time. Lyle Station we just went by. Now, a lot of the time on this review, but the train is pretty full. Got a train of 3 cars. 2 regular coaches and the cafe business car. So it's a pretty full train. Belmont Station. And the next station that we go by is Downers Grove. And Downers Grove is a very prominent western Chicago suburb. There is the Downers Grove station. It's pretty large, and a lot of the suburbs down here have some really nice streets, front streets paralleling the railroad tracks. They're really nice. And one of them we will be able to see is Grange Road. Their main street is really nice. Grange Road will be our next stop. We just passed Fairview Avenue Station. Now the track speed for Amtrak through here is 70 miles an hour. Pretty much all the way to Union Station until we make the big turn. Now this train, just like all of other Amtrak's trains right now, the other cars being sent to work other trains. West. And going through these trees, we do have some internet interruptions, which is to be expected. Now, right now, our train is on the far right track going east, and that is main track number 3. Main line is 3 tracks from Aurora all the way to Chicago. Back in the old Burlington route days, the line was nicknamed the racetrack. Clarendon Hills is a stop we just went by. That one was West Hinsdale. The main station in Hinsdale. Highlands Station. And the further we get in, the more urban the scenes become. Water tower for Western Springs. Western Springs Station is coming up. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, our next station stop of Grange Road. One door only will be opening towards the very rear of the train. Please exit only where you see uniform Amtrak personnel. Once again, our next station stop, Grange Road.
Yes, very nice neighborhoods through here. It'd be really neat to live out here in the suburbs, but the cost of living, though, is, I'm sure, much more expensive than living in rural Iowa. That was LaGrange Stone Station. And the next stop, LaGrange Road. Departing LaGrange Road at 10:18, we're still holding at 16 minutes late. And to answer A-Train's question, that was just parking for the front of LaGrange Road downtown down there. It was very nice. And we're going to be seeing some more trains coming up as we get closer into the city. It's the Congress Park Station. Brookfield Station. And the zoo stop at Hollywood. It is incredible how quickly to go from Aurora to Chicago, making all the stops. But for us, it's a little over 30 minutes. Harlem Avenue. that's Berwyn Station. There are only 5 more stops before Union Station, or 4 more, including Union Station. There's 5. There's Laverne Station. And yes, A-Train, you are correct. This is one of the brand new venture cars that we're riding in. Now this is the big train yard in Cicero. It's a big intermodal facility for the BNSF. Kind of a locomotive servicing area back there behind the stacked cars. This train may block our view for a minute. End of the yard here in Cicero. And there's a SD60M doing some switching down there. Hard to believe those old engines, former Burlington Northern engines, are being used for switching now. This is the Cicero station. Switch tower up there. I don't know if they're using that anymore or not. As was mentioned earlier, the Naperville station has a tunnel underneath the tracks where passengers can go from one platform to the other. The same is true here at Cicero, because obviously trying to cross railroad tracks in this area would be pretty dangerous. And we are stopped at Cicero for whatever reason. Freight traffic up ahead, most likely. You can see a lot of the trucks going by with the containers that are either coming off trains or getting put on trains. Cicero, the yard we just went by, is a very large Chicago intermodal terminal. Well, because of this stop, we are probably going to be a little late into Chicago. It's already almost 10:30. kind of absorbed a lot of the padding time that there is in the schedule. It's okay though. It's nothing compared to the delays of some other Amtrak trains. Right there, can see some empty intermodal trucks. And over here is a Sam's Club. Obviously in Chicago, there's pretty much any form of shopping you want is in Chicago. So we are stopped here in Cicero, just on the east side of the train yard. There are 2 more stations between here and Union Station. Once we get going here, it's going to be a straight shot for us to Union Station. And we are on the move. Now, as far as commuter trains go, this is kind of a slow time for commuter trains. There might be one every 45 minutes to an hour. This is off-peak time. Really busy time is in the morning around 7 o'clock. And obviously in the evening, between like 4, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, rush hour. They're out working on it looks like. Now we've got a lot of tracks diverging to other Chicago railroads. I have to brush up on what all that's the Belt Railway of Chicago could be. We also go over a Canadian National line too, the former Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern, I think, somewhere through here. But this is the former Burlington route, the former Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy main line, one of the most famous entrances by rail into Chicago. Now we're going to be going over a series of very short bridges. And that always kind of signals that we're getting very close to Chicago. In fact, if we were on the other side of the train, we'd be able to see the skyline right now for the first time. But we'll be able to see it when we turn around and get heading in towards Union Station. It is 10:31. Train's going to be a little late, but not by much. Now overhead right there, we can see in that, oh, there's a train. The bridge we could see a second ago was the CTA Pink Line, the L trains. Westbound freight, it is moving. High top NS hoppers, those are pretty neat to see. That was the Western Avenue station that we just went by. The next station we'll go by is Halsted Street and then Union Station. We're getting very close. And once in a while, you might see a caboose out here in these yards. Some of the old BN cabooses are still hanging around in the yards for movements in the yard. And that was another CTA rail line that we went over. Pretty sure that's also the Pink Line. It goes down and then back around. See a lot of graffiti down here on the buildings too. Approaching Chicago slowly. I think the speed limit through here is 10 miles an hour, at least on those other tracks. There's some more track work up ahead here. Work on that adjacent track there.
Over at Union Beach.
And here is Halsted Street. The final commuter depot before Union Station. There's some people out waiting for trains there. They've done a little work upgrading that station, looks like.
I figured she could reach you down the rabbit hole.
Now, if we were able to look on the north side of the train, be able to see the Chicago skyline, we'll be able to see it once we make the big turn. We are almost there. are less than 2 miles away from Union Station. Lots of graffiti through here. I will say, some of those people have talent. Now up here in one of the apartments, well, here's another Amtrak train. There is one of the Chicago rail cams is positioned up there. And I think we may have gone, nope, it's right there. Got a Burlington Route logo. I'm not sure if the rail cam is actually there or if it's near there. Some guy's apartment, he calls it MH Tower, which I believe stands for My Home Tower. And we're making the turn. Down there we can see some more Amtrak locomotives. You might see one of the new long-distance chargers back there. We're going to see the Amtrak side of the yards. See what goodies might be out in there today. Superliner train. There's some more of the venture cars, just like the ones we're riding in now. Getting the trains put together. Lots of venture cars. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the camera this way. You'll be able to see the skyline of Chicago. A lot of venture cars out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we'll be arriving at our final destination of Chicago. At this time, please take a moment to grab your seat, this seat back in front of you, and overhead luggage rack for all your belongings. When deteriorating, please hold on to the handrail for your safety and watch your footing as you step onto the platform. On behalf of myself and the entire crew this morning, we would like to thank you for traveling with the Amtrak on the last and final stop, Chicago. No, you're good.
And we can barely see it, but Willis Tower's up there too. Coming into the station. Now, it is possible that we may lose internet service in the train shed. I'm going to keep it going, just in case we don't. But if we do, I'll probably go ahead and end the stream there, but we'll see. There's Willis Tower. And that shorter one with the kind of pointed top down there is the old Chicago Board of Trade. So if I don't get the chance to, we lose connection in here, to thank everybody for watching. And we'll see you next time. But if we keep going in this tunnel, we'll keep going. Wow, they've actually taken part of the shed out, working on a whole street down in there. far, from what I can tell, we still have a signal. Nice. They probably have some cell signal things down in here. There's another train there, another Midwest train. And with that, we have arrived at Chicago Union Station. 10:43, 10 minutes late. We'll keep things rolling. There's going to be a huge mass exodus here, so we'll let everybody get on by. Before we get off the train. And making sure that as you can see down there, people are being let off the train. And we'll just let everybody get off here before we do. Might give you a brief little tour of this car as we exit the train. So we have arrived at Union Station. And since our cell signal's still keeping up, we might keep recording as we walk in. All right, make sure I've got everything. Off we go. So this is it. This is one of the new Siemens Venture cars. They're very nice. I'm really impressed with the way these cars are. The seats they're kind of stiff, but I mean they're not bad. A lot of people complained about how they are, but I think they're all right. They're very big, nice big windows. Just very nice cars all the way around. I'm really impressed with them. I'll let everybody else file off the train here before we go. And we might actually, we'll go this way. And this is what's really cool. These doors are automatic doors, just like you'd find in a supermarket. You just walk up to them and they open. Isn't that cool? Large restroom there. And here we go. Union Station. Now, as we walk up to the engines, you might notice a different sound. So used to hearing the FDL locomotive engine from a Genesis locomotive. And here we got two Chargers. Listen to them. Quite a different sound. And our locomotive, 4608. Look back at it. There it is. Illinois Zephyr. And as we go this way, we see 4629 and 4610 over there too. Other trains have also arrived in the station. Lots of people going out. We arrived on track 10. Well, I'm really glad this kept on rolling as we got in the station, because it's the most exciting part, is getting into Union Station. And we're gonna go to the Great Hall. Baggage claim over there.
May I have your attention, please? On track Council Williams Train 333 to Hiawatha, reporting at the North Concourse, track 17, with the 11:05 a.m. scheduled departure. Making all station stops, Glenview started, Metro Airport, and downtown Milwaukee. Welcome aboard.
All right, turning left here. Now this is the best part of getting into Chicago. Finally getting out into this area. The Great Hall. Here it is. We have made it to Chicago in the Great Hall. And if we walk down here, we'll get to see kind of a whole expanse of the station itself. This is it. It is really hard to get in a picture because it's just so huge. Beautiful station. One of the best, one of my all-time favorite train terminals. And one of the most historic stations in America and the world. Union Station in Chicago. We made it. We are here. So with that, we have made it to Chicago. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in today. And I'm going to go out and film some trains, and I'll be getting on the California Zephyr to head back to Galesburg and to head on home. We got a couple hours before I turn around and come back. This is a filming expedition. I'm doing some filming for some upcoming projects. As far as projects that I've already got done, the Old Threshers video is done. As you can see, it's ready to watch. And the next video I'm going to be doing is Union Pacific, and then the Iowa Interstate. And then after that, we'll see. We have made it to Union Station. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in today, and we'll see you next time on the live stream. So this is Bobby Harvey signing out for today. So long, everyone. Thanks for watching.